my money ready. It's a crazy world, and I need that money ready.
Welcome back to Houston Life. Did you know tax returns on average are the largest financial transaction most people do every year? And for 2023, the average tax refund was just over $3,000. Tax day, April 15th, will be here before you know it. So now is a great time to start preparing to file your taxes. Mark Stieber, Chief Tax Information Officer with Jackson Hewitt, is joining us now with important tips to remember. Welcome to Houston Life. It's so great to meet you.
Great topic, great time of year.
And busy time of year for you as well. Something I have never heard of is the traveling Brewitt coffee truck. And this is coming to the Houston area tomorrow and Saturday. Coffee, taxes, how do they go together?
Well, it's very simple. You know, people like coffee and people hate taxes. So we're kind of bundling those together to get people to ask questions and find out a little bit more about income tax return preparation in the world of many choices and many options and many channels. We put up the truck, put up the flags, you come up, get a coffee, ask us a question. How does it work? How much does it cost? How long does it take? And then, oh, my brother-in-law told me I can deduct my monkey as my dependent because he's my pet. And no, you can't do that. So we demystify taxes and also debunk some myths.
And you have seen all kinds of things, heard all kinds of questions. No question is off the table, by the way. We are going to have some info about where you can find the coffee truck in Houston tomorrow and Saturday. This is something I was telling you during the break. A long time ago when I was freelancing, I had income. I tried to do my own taxes. I owed a lot. I was doing everything wrong, right? You want to help people avoid that. And what I think a lot of people might not realize is when they go to a professional, they're actually going to save money in most cases.
In most cases, if you've got the right professional. Now, your professional should be certified, trained, experienced, and branded and have a guarantee like any specialist that you want. They should sign the tax return. And as you and I were also talking during the break, during this year, some sketchy people creep into the system with I guarantee you'll get a refund, or they won't catch that, let's do it. So you want to deal with somebody that you can trust, and also somebody you can go back to should the IRS or somebody else have a question. So it's important whether you use Jackson Hewitt or any credible tax person to make sure you got the right person that matches up you. If you're self-employed, you might have that expertise. If you're in the military, first responder, expertise matters, and not everybody's the same. So do your homework.
Does. Do your homework. Go to a pro. If your neighbor does taxes or your brother-in-law, I don't know, maybe avoid that.
If they're a real pro, that's okay.
There you go.
If they've got the internet and TikTok, maybe less.
Yes, don't take tax advice from TikTok, please. As we are approaching filing season, what are the things that we can all do right now to get prepared?
Well, the number one mistake I see people make is first they procrastinate, and we'll talk about filing early in a moment. But then in the rush to get it done, they just hurry through it and they overlook some life changes or some tax changes. They may try to do it themselves. And here's the thing, they leave things off of their tax return, probably a benefit, and the IRS does not come and send you a bigger check. So the number one thing people do wrong is they rush and they hurry. So get organized. The shoebox works, the envelope works, documents are rolling in for the next few weeks, your W-2s. Just put them in one spot, or you and your significant other, last your stuff, get organized. Not super organized, you don't need a valet to help you, but put your stuff in one spot, collect it all, then find that pro, make an appointment, make it less stressful, and get your taxes done with a plan, with a purpose, not on April 15th at midnight.
Yeah, procrastination is not what you want to do here. Also, what if that figurative shoebox is actually your phone?
Oh, phones
Digital
work.
copies are okay? You can take photos like on your notes app.
Not only that, many good companies, Jackson Hewitt prides itself on technology innovations, the ability to send information even before you get there, and then you make an appointment, it's all ready for you by setting up a secure portal with, encryption. So security is fine, but technology is the key. In fact, I would tell you this, if you're a self-employed person, you should embrace technology, tracking your mileage, tracking your expenses, and then bringing that to your tax pro as opposed to, I'll just guesstimate, I'll write it on a napkin. Embrace technology with your tax pro, and if your tax pros using paper or they're flat earth persons, you probably need to upgrade.
Flat earth persons.
Well,
okay.
I don't mean to insult the flat earth people, but there are paper preparers out there, and you don't want those. You want technology. It's one of the three cornerstones of good tax planning.
Yeah, getting digitally organized for me was a game changer when it came to taxes. What are some of the benefits of filing early? Because again, procrastinating till April, that's not what we want to do. But there may be viewers out there saying, hey, it's still January.
Why now? I may owe, I'll wait till later.
Yeah.
There's new reasons to file early that have never existed before. The first one is this. If you're due a refund, like 3 out of 4 people, 100 million each year that get a refund, like you said, about 3,000, you file early, you get your money early. You don't have to be Warren Buffett to know that's smart money. The more important reason is reason number 2. If you file your taxes early, refund or even if you owe, and we'll talk about that in a moment, the IRS locks up your personal information. They lock up your Social Security number, your dependent, your significant others, and no one else can scoop in behind you and file a fake tax return and steal your refund. So file first to find out how much you owe and get your money. File secondly to lock up your personal data because there are bad people out there and it protects your data. Now that third reason, as I mentioned, even if you owe or you think you're going to owe or you might owe, you need to know how much that is so you can put money aside. But here's the thing for your viewers. If you file early and you owe, you can send your tax return in and get all those other benefits, but you still don't have to pay till midnight on tax day. You can have your account debited, you can write a check that day, you can put it on a credit card that day, or you can pre-plan it to have it. But file early, get your money, file early, lock up your data, and if you owe, file early, lock up your data, and you still don't have to pay until April.
Okay, that's interesting. I didn't realize that. So you can still pay April 15th, even if you file now and you owe. And the fraud thing, I didn't even think about that. Scams, I mean, they can affect any one of us, right, because of stolen identity.
Yep.
Unbeknownst to me, someone else could be filing on my behalf using my information.
Oh, tens and tens of thousands of people file fake tax returns with your information stolen from the dark web. They fake a tax refund. Now, you're safe. Do not be misunderstood. You'll get your money, but you got to file the lost ID, stolen ID, compromised. Takes several months to get yourself figured out.
Hassle you want to avoid.
File early, lock them out, let them go steal somebody else's stuff.
Interesting. Okay, I did not realize that that was even a thing. You guys have a special incentive with Jackson Hewitt. Essentially, it's called your Double Your Refund Sweepstakes. Yep. How does it work?
Well, this is our third year, and we're really proud of that, much like our coffee and truck idea. This one's very simple. If you come in and get your taxes done, you're automatically, don't have to do anything, register with our Double Your Refund Sweepstakes. We double your refund each week. They pick 2 grand winners, plus another 20 folks who also win a secondary prize. And I was asked this question earlier about the program. Suppose I owe. Do you double the amount that I owe? No, you don't owe twice as much. You still have a commensurate prize, a very nice prize, even if you owe. But if you get a refund, you double your refund, and you're in automatically. We let you know automatically. You don't have to do anything. And then at the end of the season, we put all the tax filers at Jackson Hewitt in one bucket, and we draw one more big double your refund prize. So it's pretty simple. We've given away about 500,000 over the last couple of years, about 900 winners overall. So it's a pretty significant program, and it's life-changing for those winners.
We've got about a minute left, a couple more points to get through. What are some different laws this year taxpayers should be aware of? I understand if you're self-employed, you got to pay special attention.
Big change this year. If you get paid through a third-party platform like Venmo or Zelle, you might get a 1099-K if you had more than $5,000 in revenue for the whole year. That's big. But bigger than tax changes, Derek, I got to tell you, life changes drive more impact to tax returns than tax changes, and you won't even see those on a show. So got married, had a child, adopted, yeah. That's pretty obvious. Started a side hustle, kids got out of college or aged out, you're starting to trade in crypto, and the list is endless. Taking care of your parents. If you have life changes, be sure to tell your tax pro about those.
Very, very important. Also, when should taxpayers expect to get their refunds after they file?
Well, that's a great question because a lot of people still want that paper check, and that adds weeks. So 2 points to get your money the fastest. Electronically file with Jackson Hewitt, or whether you do it yourself or self-prep. Electronically submit your tax return. That takes minutes. And then ask for an electronic deposit of your tax refund. 9 out of 10 get it in about 21 days or less. And in many cases, if nothing really changed, a lot faster than that.
Wow. Mark Stieber, you are a wealth of information. Chief Tax Information Officer with Jackson Hewitt. Thanks so much for stopping by Houston Life.
Great to be here.
And a reminder, you can catch the Jackson Hewitt Brewitt coffee truck in Houston tomorrow and Saturday. Here's a look at those locations around town: Humboldt, Friendswood, and Baytown. Follow the addresses on your screen. And as a reminder, you can go online to jacksonhewitt.com to make an appointment today with a local tax pro. And don't go away. Houston Life will be right back.